Chatot here, and welcome back to another top 5 video. Welcome back. Now, as per normal, I asked you again last week. I think it's about a week now. I'm sorry if it's been a bit delayed, just life has gotten in the way. I asked you to vote on the next type, and after counting all the votes on various minnows, Dragon type was the winner. Ice type was a close second. It was beyond close. So, Dragon type is what we are doing today. We are going to do, like I say, before we even start, what it's judged on as per normal is the way that the actual Pokemon looks, the way it's possibly used in battle, whether I've used it or not, sort of my use in my Nuzlocke and battling with it. Also sort of like nostalgic purposes, as well as being in the anime as well, and that's sort of what I'm judging them on. And also, as per normal, let's just get the alarm in. This is just my opinion, as per normal. If your Pokemon isn't in the list, then I apologise. Obviously, I can't like every Pokemon. And to be fair, it doesn't mean that I don't like it. It's just not in my top 5. So without further ado, guys, let's get on with the Dragon-type top 5. Number 5. Number 5 is more of... I appreciate the way it looks, because the thing is, I haven't actually used the Dragon typing very much over my Pokemon adventure, if you like. I haven't really used it very much. It's because it's always late game, and I usually get them later on. So, and I didn't have many people to battle with, so it was quite difficult. But anyway, number 5 is Haxorus. Haxorus, I love its design. I love its beginning evolution. It's really, really cute. Plus, its beginning evolution was with Iris in the anime as well, and I just like its design. It's a pure Dragon type as well. It's scary every time, even though I know how to deal with it. It was one of those Pokemon that if I ever saw, I would have little chills down my spine thinking, oh, I'm going to have a bad time. But it's a Pokemon I really like, and that's about it, I'm afraid, guys. Number 4. Number 4 is a Gen 6 Pokemon, and it's fairly recent. And I think some people hate this Pokemon, some people love it, and I love this Pokemon, and that is Goodra. Goodra is, for me, a very interesting Dragon type. I have used it briefly, and it can be bulky, it can be effective, but also it's strange because it's evolving from, like I say, this little slime ball. But I love the way it looks, and also what also made me give Goodra a chance, because I was a bit skeptical when I first saw it, was to give it a go because Ash had one. Ash picked one up and it was fairly weak at the beginning, and then eventually it turned into this monster. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. But yeah, that's the reason Goodra is at my number 4. Number 3. Number 3 is, again, it's another nostalgic choice, and it had to be in this list, really. But I'll give my reasons of why it's a little bit lower than the other two just now, and that is Dragonite. Dragonite is the original Dragon Pokemon. Back in the day with Pokemon Red, Dragonite was one of the ones where it only had its line as the typing. Like Ghastly, Haunter and Gengar, it only had Dratini, Dragonair and itself as Dragon types. And back in the day, the only two things, well, still to this day, without the Fairy typing, it only had 2 weaknesses, which was Dragon itself and Ice. And Ice Pokemon weren't the easiest to find in Gen 1. And also Dragon Pokemon weren't the easiest to find in Gen 1, so it was fairly broken. apart from obviously psychic types, because they're always broken in Gen 1. But the reason it's so low on this list is just because of its design. I'm slowly warming up to it because I have used it in battle and it has actually worked out for me. And I do like it. Problem is though, I like Dragonair a little bit more. Dragonair I always thought was really pretty. I always used to get really confused when it evolved in, well, at least when I was younger, because I was like, why is it evolved into this yellowy orange thing? And it didn't evolve into something blue. But I actually do prefer its middle evolution, and Dratini as well. Dratini is very adorable. But Dragonite has always looked a little bit dopey to me, but it can be aggressive, it can be used pretty well in battle, and I like it anyway, and I am warming up to its evolution. Number 2, guys. So, number 2 is, I have used this Pokemon. It's got a Mega. And actually has one. I'm not going to say the gen because it'll give it away. But I like it because of so many different reasons. And it is Garchomp. Garchomp is, I think, very well deserving of the number 2 spot. Just because of these reasons. Its design is fantastic. It's got a lovely shiny, this lovely purple colour. It's strong in battle. It's pretty damn scary if you came across one. And then again, it was also in the anime, and I always thought it looked really dangerous, but it shows it's got a really cute size, especially when it was a Gibble and then it evolved. And then there's its Mega, which looks insane. Now, unfortunately, I have used Garchomp, that's not the unfortunate part, but I haven't used it recently. And I probably will eventually get back into using it, because it is a really good mon, and that's why it gets my number 2 spot. And I just love it, and I love its little attitude. And it can be grumpy like Charizard was in the beginning of the anime, but it can be a very kind Pokemon, and it is really, I just really like its design. Anyway guys, before we hit to the number 1 spot, don't forget to comment down below and to subscribe and to hit the like button and the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading these top 5s. And also, like I say, tell me, what do you think should have been in the list? What's your list? What's your favourite dragon type? Let me know in the comments below, because I will comment back, and I will talk to you about our favourite dragon types. And also, don't forget as well, there will be another poll going up once the video is out, and you guys can decide what type I'm going to do next. Anyway, without further ado, shall we go to the top number 1? Number 1. I think most people can guess what my number 1 dragon type is. And actually, I think regardless of how recent I've used it, it was always going to be number 1 regardless. And that is Salamence. Salamence Fear is my favourite dragon type, and there's so many different reasons. Salamence is a Gen 3 Pokemon, and I've always loved Gen 3 Pokemon. Some of my favourite Pokemon in the world came in at Gen 3, and I loved the story. But Salamence didn't come in until very much later on, and I liked its little backstory from the anime, where it just wants to fly. I loved its Pokedex entries. Basically, it's saying that it wants to fly so desperately that it evolves wings. Eventually it goes into Shelgon and then Salamence, and eventually it gets its dream. And I love its little mean look and how dangerous it can be, but it's actually really cute, as you can see from the plushie. I always thought it was really cute, and I've always loved its design. But then when it got a Mega, You don't even want to know how excited I was. But at first, when I actually saw the Mega, I was a little bit, okay, this is a bit different. So I like its Mega. It still looks dangerous, but I'm not sure about the whole sort of wing design. It's a bit weird, but I kind of still like Salamence for it. The only thing I don't like with Salamence is it's shiny. I'm not fond of Salamance's shiny form, unfortunately. But the other thing that makes it number one is my use of it. Salamence is definitely one of the Dragon-type Pokemon that I've used the most out of all my generations. And recently, to be honest, because of my my tag lock that I did with Brave and Learheart, Salamence came up in a cave. I was having a really bad time because all that was in this cave was Salamence and the odd Charizard, which I then nicknamed it Dragon Cave because it was scary and I wasn't impressed that Leon had left me with this. But I'm glad I went through it because I met Fear there and I caught Fear and I didn't think I was going to catch it. And from then on, Fear was like a staple in our team and it was my baby. I loved using Fear over and over and over and over again. And I just had this connection. And unfortunately, it didn't quite last the whole of the playthrough. Yeah. I might have squeaked quite a bit for Fear because I was so upset. I actually had to go, after that I recorded that episode, I actually had to go and get some ice cream because I was so angry with myself. I was so upset and gutted that I lost my favourite dragon type throughout the whole of the playthrough. And I didn't want to tell Leon that I'd lost Fear, one of our strongest mons in the playthrough. And that's another reason why I like Salamence. And that's why I still use one today. He is banned technically because I use him as a Mega. I'm probably eventually gonna get another set. But I love using him and I'm never ever gonna stop using him anytime soon. Anyway guys, that is the top 5 dragon types. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the top 5s. I'm glad it's been really well received because if I didn't have likes and stuff from you guys, then I wouldn't know that the series is going well. Anyway guys, like I said before, why don't you comment in the comment section down below. Tell me what your favourite dragon types. Have you got a nice story with your dragon type? Have you got a whole list like I have? Let me know. And also don't forget to hit, like I say, the notification bell, the like button and to subscribe so you guys can get the next top 5. Also guys, if you haven't quite got your Pokemon fix yet, don't worry, there is more. We have our Pokemon Black randomizer Podlock. We have our Pokemon White 2 randomizer Skylock. Soon we've got our live streams, usually going to be on every Wednesday, at least I'll try to. So if you're going to go and battle, you can go there. Also guys, if you like Minecraft, we do have our Sky Factory series and our Vanilla series if you want to go and check those out. And finally, we do have our random guest games, our casual and our scary. You could watch FNAF on the scary side, or you could go on to our casual side and watch Golf with Friends and watch me scream my head off because I can't get a ball in a hole apparently. Anyway guys, I've chatted on enough as per normal and I will see you in the next top 5 video. But remember guys, chat on!